Well, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you have been requesting me to try out this brand new game. Pretty much it's called Hunters, and apparently it's supposed to be like one of the next big upcoming solo leveling games. Now from what I've already seen, this game kind of mixes RNG but as well RPG, so it's kind of like a mix of, RNG aspects, but then you can like go in dungeons and stuff. So yeah, I thought, you know what, why not make a Noob to Pro video on it? So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you do end up enjoying this video. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into this. Alright, so first things first, how exactly does the game work? Well, on the screen right now, it seems like we can go ahead and put on auto roll, and then when we roll, we are going to be getting a bunch of different weapons. For example, we just got that 1 and 2, and then I guess the rarer the sword, the stronger it's going to be. For example, this 1 and 2, it has 13.98 damage, but apparently I have this. Not sure if I got this for just joining the game, but hey, I guess we have it. Let's equip that because, why not? And then let's equip as well this wooden staff. Oh wait, no, can I equip both of them? Okay, apparently this is a skill, not a weapon, and I guess if I go ahead and equip it, it's supposed to be doing a ton of damage. In this case, it has 13,000 power. Yeah, no clue how I got this, but it seems like it's broken. Definitely gonna take it. But anyways, apart from that though, what else can you do in this game? Well, I am pretty sure there's supposed to be dungeons somewhere. In fact, what do you know? It's actually right in front of me. Now, if we quickly jump on into this, right? We can either create a party or join a party. So if I, for example, create one, there is going to be a bunch of different difficulties. Singularity, which is going to be D rank. Then as well, there's going to be a C rank, a B rank, and then that seems to be all of them in the game for the time being. Alright then, now in order to, get into these higher difficulties, we need to increase our level. So let's get started on that, right? By quickly heading on over to the auto roll, and let's see if we can continue rolling and maybe this time get some like armor. I'm pretty sure you can get armor in this game. So yeah, let's just AFK here for, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll see what we managed to get. And okay, a few minutes later, we are now back, and apparently my inventory is full now, meaning that we should now have a ton of loot. And oh wow, yes, we certainly do. For example, somehow we got this red sword, which according to this is apparently legendary. Let's go, and I guess the best part is that we also got some mythicals as well. Is this mythical? I think it's mythical. Well, yeah, let's equip some of these bad boys. So we got this one that has 1,000,000 power, so that is going to be giving me a bunch of extra HP. Then we have this one, which has 300,000 power, giving me even more HP. Then we have this one, which is weaker than this, so I'm not going to equip it. Then, of course, we have the helmet over here, meaning that, now my head is going to be all protected. And then apart from that, though, can we go ahead and maybe equip this? I'm pretty sure we can. Actually, no, we can't, because it's going to be much weaker. So let's quickly reselect the proper one. And are there any like gauntlets, or maybe can I equip some items? Okay, it seems like we don't have any items, but we do have a ton of skills. Now, can we go ahead and equip this? No, because apparently it requires a great sword. Oh look, what do you know? We actually have one. However, is it as strong as like my other sword, which if I just quickly go ahead and look at it, no, it does have a significantly less damage, but considering that we're going to be able to use skills, it might be worth it. So yeah, now with that equipped, we can go ahead and select this, and then this, and then is this the exact same? Yes, it is. And then apart from that, that seems to be all of the main items. Now, I'm not sure what these slots are for. Maybe it has something to do with like items when, we do eventually get one. But yeah, I guess until we unlock all of those, we need to go ahead and, start deleting all of these extra like trash. And boom, there we go. Now my inventory is all clear. Now, we might as well set up some auto sell settings because I don't think we're going to be needing the majority of these. So let's start deleting some rares, maybe epics, or maybe not. I don't know, I guess it will just depend on how many epics I'm able to get. Like, if I get a ton of them, I'll auto-delete them. But if I barely get them, we might as well keep them. But yeah, now that we are done with the inventory, we might as well go ahead and jump into our very first dungeon, because I'm pretty sure we should be strong enough to at least handle something. So let's quickly head on over here and let's talk to the quest NPC. That's way we don't miss out on any extra free rewards. So everyone in city is worried about a dungeon break. Okay, sure, why not? Now, our very first dungeon is going to be a D rank, and it is going to only be needing level 1, which right now I'm level 3, so theoretically I should be ready for it, but then again, you never know. So yeah, let's start this dungeon and let's see. Would you like to buy 100? No, wait, I just wanted to start the dungeon. So yeah, let's jump into this and let's see if we're going to be able to either solo it or are we going to be really weak. So yeah, let's jump into this and let's see if we can handle it. Now, starting off, I just want to say this map is looking insane. Fingers crossed those statues don't come attacking me because I have a feeling I'll get absolutely demolished. But yeah, starting off with these knights, it seems like I am easily able to one-shot them. Let's go. And okay, it seems like this game actually does have some, you know, combat system to it. Like, for example, when you start getting hit, you can't like click and like hit them back. You need to like dodge away, and then you need to time your hit, so then that's where you could demolish them just like that. Yeah, not gonna lie, for first impressions, this game's looking really good. Like, I know a lot of people were complaining about this game being an RNG game, and you know, because all the RNG games that are like popular right now are just like pure AFK and nothing else. However, I do think that this game is trying to really show like something different, like how an RNG game can use RNG aspects but still be like fun to actively play. In fact, look at that. Apparently when I get close to the mage, he starts running away. So clearly there is some kind of like, you know, actual fighting and strategies that needs to be thought of. But anyways, enough glazing the game and stuff. Let's actually jump into, you know, defeating this guy, because it seems like I'm really struggling against a singular mage. Finally, he was taken out. But yeah, as I was saying, let's, I guess, start a short time lapse of me just running through this, and then hopefully by the next time that you guys see me, we will have, you know, won the dungeon and not, you know, failed miserably. So yeah, let the fighting begin. And alright, there we go. After dying once, we actually managed to beat this. Now, having a look at the stats, it seems like we managed to get 4 of these like purple hearts thingies and as well 1000 XP, which actually pushed us all the way up to level 7. Let's go. Like 2 or 3 more of those dungeons, it might even push us up all the way to like level 20, meaning that we can start handling like C rank dungeons. Plus as well, keep in mind, this was all done on like 10 to 15 minutes worth of, you know, loot grinding. So imagine if we did like an hour or 2 of it. Would that mean that we would be able to like one-shot all enemies? Yeah, not gonna lie, that sounds really exciting. So let's, I guess, find out, you know, because I'm sure you guys have the exact same question as me. How strong can one get in around, let's say, 2 hours, 3 hours of AFK? Something like that at least. So let's get started on all of that, and then this time I will catch you guys once we are hopefully strong enough to not only demolish the D rank dungeon, but as well handle the C rank. So yeah, let the tons and tons of rolling begin. Oh yeah, by the way, just to point out, I do have a 100x lucky roll right now, which I might as well do on camera because, you know, why not? So what did we manage to get? We got a 1 in 2. Did I actually not use the lucky roll? Wait, hold on a minute. Okay, now I'm using it. Sorry, for some reason I got confused. But yeah, we got a 1 in 100, whatever that is. It's a heal ability. Okay, that's interesting. Actually, let's stop there. I don't want to spoil myself too much. As I mentioned, I'm gonna get to rolling. I'll see you guys later. And alright everybody, after around an hour and a half or something like that of rolling later, we are now back in order to showcase exactly what I've gotten. Now this time, I think luck was kind of cooking, and let me tell you why. So having a look at my inventory, I somehow managed to get a few new legendaries, and just have a look at the power on some of these and as well the stats. For example, my old one used to be 238 HP, and now this one is literally over double. So yeah, did we get really broken? Yes, we did. And the best part is that we're not even done yet, because if I equip that over there, and as well, I'm pretty sure, did we get a leggings? No, we didn't get a leggings, but that's completely fine because we managed to get this runic greatsword. Now, what's awesome about this is that I'm pretty sure it shattered my old one. Whatever the stats were, it's been deleted now. That's how useless it was. But yeah, now that I have all of these OP stats, my power is now sitting at 11 million. I'm 99% sure that power used to be 1 million before, so yeah, we 10x'd my power. Well, I guess you know what that means. It's time to head back once again into the dungeons. Now, of course, I'm not going to show you guys the whole process again. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be kind of the same process, except even at hard difficulty, it's just that they have more HP or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly cut to when I do this maybe like 3 or 4 times, because what I want to quickly try and achieve is level 20. And the reason for that is because not only will level 20 actually allow me to go ahead and quickly, if I just head on back, it would allow me to enter the goblin caves, but as well, not only that, apparently, if I reach level 20, I can go ahead and where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Upgrade my rank from F rank all the way up to E rank. And oh yeah, as a matter of fact, because I actually just remembered, did you guys know there's an index in the game that pretty much tells you like what the OP stuff is? For example, the best stuff that I have right now is literally at the bottom of the index. And then as well, I got this Cursed Knight's chestplate. And then yeah, here is all the mythical stuff that we could, hopefully in this video, get. Plus as well, here's another thing I completely forgot about. We can actually go ahead and upgrade our stats using available ability points. Now, what exactly am I going to upgrade? I don't know. I mean, I could technically maybe upgrade 6 strength. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And then maybe a little bit agility, so then that's where I can catch the mages even faster. Then from there, I'm not entirely sure what PER stands for. Maybe it's like perseverance or something like that. So yeah, until I figure out what on earth this is, I'm just gonna leave it there for the time being. Plus as well, worst case scenario, can I reset my stats? Yeah, in exchange for 55k coins, I could do this all again if I really want to. But anyways, let's pop some of my points into vitality, some into intellect, and yeah, I think we are now all prepped in order to do our dungeon grinding. But yeah, as I already mentioned before, I'm not gonna showcase the whole grinding process again. I mean, it should be relatively the same thing. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to cut to when I reach like level 20, because apparently that's where a lot of the next few steps on my grinding is going to be. I guess that means that I'm probably going to see you guys tomorrow, because it's very late right now. I'm pretty sure it's like almost past midnight. Yeah, I'll probably just reach level 20 and then just call it a day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, after a really long time of doing dungeons later, we are finally level 20. Meaning that not only can we go ahead and, you know, upgrade a bunch of our stats, so let's go ahead and, I guess, upgrade vitality a little bit, because, you know, why not? Let's put a few of the points here. Now, I think all of that is pretty good, but the main premise of this is actually going to be getting the new rank. So let's go ahead and let's do that quickly. So Reawakening is going to be giving us a 2x XP boost, a 2x luck boost, and as well a stat point gain of 4. And oh yeah, by the way, for those of you that didn't know, it will reset your level. So let's go ahead, let's reawaken, right? And awesome. Now we are rank E, the next one being rank D at level 40. And then I guess when it comes to what else did we lose? Did we lose our like armor and stuff? No, it seems like we still have our armor, so that's really good. It seems like the only thing that was reset was our level, but now that we are getting 2x XP, things should now be 2 times faster, you know, so I should be able to grind up dungeons again really fast. And then I guess from there, all that would be left to do in the game is to grind the last few dungeons, you know, for example, rank B, get all of the loot that comes from it, and then go ahead and do a little bit of crafting. In fact, speak about crafting, I don't think we've checked this out yet. So how exactly does this work? Well, in exchange for tokens and items that you get from the dungeons, you can go ahead and buy stuff which will give you some luck boosts. For example, the Singularity Relic will give you a 0.2% luck boost, or 0.2, I'm not sure if that's 20%, 0.2%. It gives you a luck boost, okay? And then as well, it's going to be giving you a 10% stat boost. Then as well, we have this one, Gold Bars, Goblin Caves Relic. No clue what this does. I mean, it gives better luck, so I guess it's better. However, considering that we have like 2 extra slots open, like yeah, we have this open, and this open, maybe we might be able to equip both. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to craft both of them and, you know, find out. But yeah, there's also this Spider Cavern Relic, which apparently is used for crafting, Spider Cavern material, and then there is the Spider Cavern Relic. And apparently this is going to be the best item in the game, ending off at 0.45 luck boost and as well 70% stat boost. Now, of course, getting items like that is going to need me to be really strong. So you know what, why not do a little bit, well, I say a little bit, but it's actually a really long time of grinding, around 24 hours to be exact, because if we manage to get this strong based on like 1.5 hours worth of loot, Imagine if we did like something like 24 hours of AFK non-stop and then maybe a few dungeons on the side. Our rank might actually go crazy. So yeah, maybe we might reach S rank in today's video. And even if we don't, I'm definitely going to try. So let's get started on that, right? Let's do a quick, I guess, jump to jump montage of me, you know, doing stuff. For example, killing bosses, reawakening. Yeah, whatever special happens within the next 24 hours, I'm gonna showcase absolutely everything, okay? So yeah, let the grinding begin for the final time. And then, yeah, next time that you guys see me will hopefully be the part where we say that we've officially gone noob to pro. Let's start off by reaching level 20 once again so that we can go to the Goblin Caves. And okay, so first milestone completed, now we are level 20, meaning that we can actually start jumping into the Goblin Caves. Now just before we jump to the next milestone, just want to point out when it comes to rewards, they seem to be relatively the same. I mean, of course there are some new items, but like when it comes to the old items, like for example potions and stuff, it seems to be the same type and as well some different ones as well. Listen, I'm not going to talk about it too much. Pretty much there's a lucky potion which was in the first one, but there's also an XP potion which is like a completely brand new one. But yeah, that was level 20 unlocked. Next milestone is probably going to be a level 40, so then that way we can go ahead and get rank D. And alright, well, things did not go as expected. Like, what I mean by that is, let's just start off first. Did I reach level 40? Yes, I did. As you can see, I have now reached it. But what I mean by that is we are pretty much at the 24-hour mark, since having a look at the time, it has been a little over a day since I started this challenge. And yeah, well, the results might kind of disappoint you a little bit. Like, what I mean by that, right, is that my rolls aren't exactly that high. And the reason for that is because I ended up disconnecting a lot overnight. Thankfully, I woke up a few times in the middle of the night, so I was able to reconnect. But yeah, can my rolls be the highest they could be? No. If I were to leave it on overnight and, you know, not disconnect, I think it's supposed to be around like 15,000, I think. But hey, at least we managed to get some good stuff. Like, have a look at these inventories over here. Everything is legendary and they are broken. Over 1000 HP on the leggings, over 1000 HP on the Slayer chestplate, and as well almost 1000 HP on the helmet. And keep in mind, by the way, have a look at my power now, right? I'm pretty sure before I cut out and, you know, went to grinding, it was around like 10 million. Now it's 70 million, which is insane to say. And remember, I was having all those internet issues, so could we have possibly reached 100 million if I didn't disconnect? Yes, it is definitely possible. And oh yeah, just to point out, this is my weapon right now. The King's Dagger, level 200, sorry, not level, damage 268 or 86. And then as well, can we equip another one? No. But hey, apparently we might be able to equip it in the near future, because look, there is an equip left slot, but right now it's locked. So I'm going to assume that it probably has something to do with, like, you know, reaching the next level, like rank D. But anyways, before we do that and end of the video, I do want to quickly try my luck at the crafting machine, because if I'm not mistaken, I should have close enough to the materials needed in order to craft some of these things. So let's see, can I craft anything at this very second? No, all I'm missing right now is one of these purple hearts. But considering how strong I am, I should be able to easily get those like materials. In fact, if I were to do a nightmare mode, yes, a 22.5% to get at least one of these. In fact, let's go ahead and let's quickly jump into a dungeon and let's try at least crafting one singularity relic. Even though it's only a 30% chance to like successfully craft, I still want to give it a shot. You know, maybe I end up getting really lucky. Let's go ahead, let's jump in, and yeah, let's hopefully craft our very first relic. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, that should be all of the items needed, and yes, we have more than enough. So let's see. Are we going to be lucky? 3, 2, 1, craft. Did we get it? I don't think we got it. Let me just double check. I want to make sure that it failed. Yeah, that's a... It's fine. You know what? Forget it. We didn't manage to get it this time, but I'm sure we'll get it in the near future. Plus as well, if I were to get a team to grind out with me, you know, the dungeons and stuff, then it might even be much faster to get. Like, for those of you guys that already grind with other people, I'm sure that, you know, getting something as simple as, you know, this singular relic is probably not that difficult. It's only difficult to get if you're solo like me. But yeah, for time being, I'm gonna leave that there. And I guess to end off the video, let's quickly get the final rank, D rank. Now, of course, when I say the final rank, I mean the final rank of today's video, because there's probably going to be a C rank. Let's see. Yes, there is going to be a C rank, but to get that, we need to reach level 60, which, if I were to try and get that, that would probably take like a week, I think. But anyways, apart from that though, I think this is where I'm going to be leaving off today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Once again, we have checked out another game inside of Roblox, and in my opinion, I'm really enjoying this take on what is supposed to be an RNG game. In my opinion, they are definitely doing things uniquely. It's not just any other RNG game. I do really enjoy the fighting aspects because it seems like this game really has a good fighting system. And before you guys start flaming me in the comments, I'm not saying it's the best ever system in the game, but it's definitely one step in the right direction. So all I can really hope is that for any RNG games that are going to be coming out in the near future, they use this game as an example of what they should look like. But yeah, apart from that though, to rate the game out of 10, I will give it a solid 8.5, and the reason it's not higher is because, in my opinion, they could have added a little bit of a larger range of enemies. Even when I went to the different dungeons, the second dungeon, the Goblin Cave, it was still relatively the same style, a bunch of the mini soldier enemies, and then as well there were just a few mages. So yeah, if they kind of come up with a unique way to include more different varieties of enemies and maybe even different kinds of boss fights, then yeah, this game would actually easily be pushed up to 9.5 out of 10. And I might even say it could end up being my favorite ever RNG game. So yeah, if any devs are watching this, maybe take a few of my ideas and maybe turn them into update 1 or something. But anyways, that's everything that I have to say. Once again, if you did end up enjoying this video, then make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'm gonna continue grinding because are we maxed out in this game? No, we are still very, very far off. So yeah, if this video does well enough, then expect a video on this game where we're gonna be doing even more crazy progression really, really soon. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.